Hey up guys, we're back on with the top force again. So last video we did the metal hubs, now I've got the prop shaft and the motor mount to fit as well. Now last video I was thinking it might have to dismantle the chassis to get the prop shaft in, and I know I did call it a drive shaft but I meant prop shaft, so yeah, I'll try and call it prop shaft now, try and use the right terminology. So yeah, I thought I'd have to dismantle the chassis, take all the gearboxes off and everything else to get this in, but I've consulted the manual. Looks like it's already designed, so it's already designed to give you access to this prop shaft and the ends just by taking off a few screws and taking off the top of the gearbox covers. Looks like we can get straight into it, so I'm gonna have a look and see if it works. I'll use this little box for the screws here. This is the front. Apologies if you hear any noises in the background. There are other people knocking about, charging lipos and one thing and another. Hold on, oh there we go. Right, I'll just leave that screw in there, I don't want to come out. Yeah, look, I didn't need to undo this one, so I'll just tighten it back up. Okay, and the rear one, let's have a quick look. Looks like there's 3 screws in the rear gearbox cover. Okay, so the reason I'm replacing the prop shaft is, well, one reason is because it wasn't expensive, and the other one is this is a bit too flappy for me, look at it, it's flapping about. The thing looks like a bit of a wire coat hanger. So, and I've also, my son has got a Plasma Edge 2, a TTO2B chassis, and we upgraded the prop shaft on that from plastic to aluminium prop shaft. Made a big difference, it was a lot smoother, and this is a bit rattly and wobbly, so hopefully this upgrade will make it smoother as well. So it looks like we can just pop this out here. So that's the back. Well, I'll leave the front one in for now so I don't get them mixed up, and I'll refer to the manual to get all these pieces in the right order. Here we go, this is the rear gearbox. Yep, that's it. Bearing, bevel gear, E-clip, bearing, shaft. That's it, pretty straightforward. Right, I think we've got some spare E-clips in here anyway. Yeah, we have, look, so I'll use these ones in case they're a different size to the ones that's on the shaft already. Yeah, these are identical. Oh, they're light. They're nice and lightweight. A lot lighter than these steel ones, anyway. If it is steel and brass, a lot lighter than those. Right, I'll put one of these back in the pack for now. We don't need it in a minute. Okay. All right, let's have a look. One bearing, one gear. That E-clip, not sure if it will. Oh, there we go. Right, there's one. And there's the bearing. So, don't need those. Right, let's make sure it goes the right way around. Okay. So that goes like that. First thing that goes on is the large bearing. It's a nice fit. Then our clip. There we go. Right, gear. Line up with flat. And other bearing, small bearing in the end. Right, there we go. There's still enough grease in those. So I'll just pop that in there for now. So it's out of the way. Looking good. Well, let's have a look at the front gearbox now. Come on, there you go. Okay, so there's a little bearing at the front and the bevel gear, E-clip and bearing on here. This is a screwdriver I was using. Let's see if I can pop this off. There we go. Alright, don't need that. Get the manual again. Hold that right around, put my big bearing on. My E-clip. Bevel gear. And end bearing. Pop that in there. In fact, we'll put the prop shaft in first. It might help. Nice. Put just a little smudge of grease on each end, just to help it stay smooth. Yeah, that's okay. All right. Well, that's a good fit in there. That's a very good fit. Hopefully that'll stop it from wobbling about so much. Yeah, that's a very good fit. Happy with that. Oh, is that going to fit? It's popped the other end out, look. Just get it seated in properly. Yeah, that's rotated nice and freely, that. Okay, let's put our gearbox covers back on. Yeah, all the screws are the same size, look. They all look like 10mm self-tappers. So yeah, we'll get that back on now. Yep, that's it. Screwdriver's gone flat. I'll just have to rub it on my magnet dish. That's it. Yep, that's nice and tight. Just check the front. I'll just check those mounts. Yep. Yeah, they're not going anywhere. Right, rear gearbox cover. That way around, look. Don't need to re-grease that, there's still plenty of grease in there. So I had a couple of runs since I built it anyway. There we go. How about that? That's nice, is that? Lovely. Yeah, it's loads better already. That's going to be so smooth. Okay, so next is the motor mount. Let's just move these bits of crap out of the way. I'll put these in here and I'll sort them out later. Yeah, motor mount next. That looks like I need to take the Lexan sump guard off, bottom cover, whatever you want to call it. Under tray, that's it, under tray.
That's this.
Bit of grass in there, look. Give it a wipe whilst in here. Yep, there's my motor mount there, look. Just here. Right, I lost you there for a second for some reason. Anyway, let's carry on. I didn't miss too much. I've just undone the screws for the motor mount here. I'm going to cut the wire and disconnect the motor to make it easier as well. Not cut the wire, cut the tie wrap. Alright. Yeah, so we've got set screws holding in the motor mount, and if I leave it like that, yeah, they're just the same. If I leave it like that, I'll remember the orientation and where the screws go. So I'll leave it there, don't not move it. So it'll look like that. So I've got my motor mount. Let's see what's in here. Yeah, they're just the replacement screws that I need to put to screw through the gearbox case into the new metal motor mount with metric threads on rather than self-tappers. So that's sorted, that's easily done. Is that? Yeah, they're screwed in there. Looks like I have to come through that with them as well. And out you come. That's it. Right, one in there. Just there, look. Yep, one there. Yeah, this motor mount hasn't got any markings on it. So you need to keep this to refer to the markings on this if you change your pinion. I'm running the 23 tooth pinion on this that came with the car, with the kit. Right, so don't lose that. Nice. Right, I'm not putting any Loctite or PTFE on these here because they're not really a moving part here, not like the steering and all the suspension. It's not really moving parts, so it's not really going to work itself loose as long as I do it up tight enough. So yeah, I've just cranked that up nice and tight, it's not going anywhere. Right, this should just drop in now into here. Move that out of the way. There we go, that's seated in there, I can feel that. Sat in. Right, we'll use these. Our new screws that came with it. There's some larger washers than the ones that I've used as well. Again, I'm not putting any Loctite or liquid PTFE on these because it's metal into metal. You can crank up nice and tight, it's not going anywhere. And like I say again, they're not really a moving part. Alright, yeah, that's nice and solid. Check it spins nice and freely. Yeah, that's fine. Turning all the drivetrain up nice and smooth, no problems. Put that clip back in. All right. Just a sec. Right, I don't know if you've seen these before, but these are really handy things to use as well. Just little feet with a sticky pad on the bottom. What you do is you stick them wherever you want to put, wherever you want your wires to go. Put a tie wrap through them that way or that way. You can put it straight through. Pull your tie wrap up, and it saves you having to like put wires where you don't really want them to go. So that's what I've got here, and I've got here as well. So let's connect my wires up first. Now they should all be in order. Yep, 1, 2, 3. Tie wrap. Make sure it's nice and neat. There we go. I'm not pulling this crazy tight, just enough to stop the wires flapping around. Don't want to damage the cables. Where's my cutter? Alright, job done. Right, I'm going to put it back together, stick a battery in, and give it a test. See you soon. Hey up guys, we're all back together now. All reassembled, ready to go. What have we got on the Top Force Evo then? We've got aluminium wheels, we've got aluminium hubs, aluminium wheel hexers on all 4 corners. We've got aluminium prop shaft, aluminium servo saver, and aluminium motor mount in the back. Okay, it's running a Tamiya 5200 kV motor, 5200 kV motor with the 23 tooth pinion in it, and the Tamiya brushless ESC. I've got this program card hooked up to it now. I'm going to set it to maximum because the next time I run this car I'm going to do a speed test with it. So I'll show you, just quickly go through a few options with this. Right, press any key. Hopefully we can do it all whilst I'm filming. Tricky. Right, okay, is that in focus? Press any key. Right, so we've got go through the options first. Battery type auto detect, that's fine. Forward reversal, that's what I've got it set to, leave it at that. Okay, initial brake 70%, so that's at maximum, I'll leave it at that. Drag brake 45%, yep, that's at maximum. You can see it's at maximum because the only option we've got is pointing left or down. Motor timing normal, so you can have this on low, normal or high. I'm going to set it to high. So motor timing is a bit like your gearing, where you're balancing torque against RPM, torque against top speed. So because we're doing a speed run, leave the motor timing on high, although it might make it cog a bit when it's setting off. Acceleration medium, well, we don't want fast acceleration for doing speed runs, so we'll leave it on that. Forward limit is set on 30%, so you've got from 0% all the way up to 90. Now I've had a play with this, and 0% is basically the fastest setting, so it's limiting the throttle. So on 90% the throttle's quite limited. What's that? Can't see that. Reverse limit 50%, that's fine. Drive frequency, leave it on 16 kHz. Deadband 2. Reverse rotation, that says reverse rotation normal, that's okay. Restore default, no. That's it then. So it's all set. Right, I'll put it back together now and be back in a second. Okay, there we go then, all back together. Let's have a quick demo of it. All the settings that I can adjust speed wise turned up to maximum, which is the throttle limit and the motor timing. So let's see how it goes. Yeah, nice and smooth from those upgrades. Made it nice and smooth. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. The next time you see this thing, it's going to be going like a stabbed rat.